All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, BASHIM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHIM, Rakah, Kodash, double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, this article came out today about the Dow Jones, plummeting again, another 700 points this morning. This article came out, and just here the drop brings the Dow's 2-day loss to 1,500 points. So, as the times that we're coming into, you're going to begin to see America is crumbling from the inside out. And basically these elites, they're going to scratch off America as a loss, and they're going to go into this whole new world order thing. This is the plans of the elites. All right, yet they didn't consider the latter end, that the prophets of the Lord are here on the earth today, and the Most High YAHAWASHI is going to, shit on Esau's plans. Okay, all right, he's gonna throw it in his face, and Esau is going to panic. All right, because as today stands, it seems like the elites are, they're getting to do what they want to do. Their plans are, coming forward, but it's all in the plans of YAHAWASHI. All right, it looks too good to be true for these elites, and it is, because their plans are going to come to naught. Their wicked counsels, and their secret counsels are going to come to naught. All right, the Most High's counsel is going to stand. All right, and the Most High is basically building Esau up, building his confidence up, his pride up, basically for that great and terrible day, for the Most High to show his power, that in that second Exodus. All right, but here I just read a little bit of the article. The Dow Jones fell more than 700 points on Thursday as the news broke of Huawei, I don't know, some Moabite CFO Meng Wanzhou's arrest, sloggy for pronunciation, and planned extraction to the U.S. All right, so basically, you can see, these nations, man, are getting tired of losing. And here's a graph. Basically going into the nations have drunken the cup, and they are mad. All right, they're done losing money and betting on the U.S. All right, you can see, the president, the Chinese president, him saying prepare for war, and them trying to make peace as best they can, but at the end of the day, it's inevitable. America's economy is going to crash. All right, the dollar's gonna be trashed like it already is. But basically, it's planning. Here it says, talking about 5G networks. These wicked, the plans of the elite is clear as day. All right, there's no more hiding it. It's in your face. All right, but like I was saying, it's going to be inevitable. But the United States is going to have to go into war like they always have, trying to spoil the rest of the nations like they been doing. The spirit of Esau is subject to the spirit of Esau. His plans are he can't hide no more. All right, the world is waking up to this man, all right, the so-called white man, that he's the devil. All right, and they're tired of dealing with him. All right, and you can see America is finished. All right, and it's just a matter of time. Here we're in the time of the year where, it's supposed to be the market's supposed to be booming. We got all the holidays. You got Thanksgiving that just passed. Black Friday, and you got a Christmas coming up, so-called Christmas. You got New Year's coming up, and the economy is failing. It's falling. All right, it's in a free fall. All right, and it's up and down. It's inconsistent, and that's just telltale signs that the market is going to crash. All right, and then everybody knows that, except for you, except for you 2/3. Right? Even no, I wouldn't even say that. 2/3. There are 2/3 of people that understand that. But they only see the little picture. They can only see frame by frame. They can only see what they've been given. They don't understand that the times we're in the last days. All right, and I want to run along. Let me get some scriptures. This is second Esdras, 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? All right, 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. All right, this is the time we're in right now. The powers of the world, China, Russia, America, they're standing in fear. They're in a standstill. All right, they're frozen. All right, because they know they it is inevitable that it's gonna be World War III, and that's scriptural. Okay. The world is standing in fear. They're at a standstill because they don't. They're afraid to make another move because every step they take is a step closer to World War III. All right, the war to end all wars. All right, the war that's going to destroy this whole world as you know it. Okay, and it's clear as day. There's no going back. All right, America is falling into a rabbit hole. All right, and it's days of rape, rob, and murder. You know, it's gonna end up in a big bang. All right, but Esau is not gonna turn over his power and just by handing it over. All right, but I'm gonna continue on. The beginning of evils. All right, the beginning of evil. So we haven't seen anything yet. All right, we haven't seen the so-called white man in adversity. All right, he's already radical, and he's a lunatic now, and he's so to say at peace. All right, his plans are going to according to how he wants to, you know, and then they look at the evils he's put upon perpetually around the planet Earth. All right, and he hasn't been in adversity, so to say. All right, the only way that he's going to be taking out his piracy is by divine intervention. All right, something out of this world. All right, and that's YAHAWASHI. All right. What shall I do when these evils shall come? This is 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. All right, it means it's done. All right, there's no turning back from it. All right, the Most High is not going to repent. The Most High is not going to repent as what he said. All right, to what's going to happen to this place so-called America, Babylon the Great. All right, it's guaranteed. It's put a stamp on it. All right, it's certified. The Most High is not going to return back. The plagues that are going to come upon Egypt, all right, spiritual Egypt, which is so-called America. This is 20. But for all those things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. All right, these people of the world, they don't want to accept reality. They took the blue pill in the Matrix, and they don't want to know what's going on. You know, they rather die with their eyes closed. All right. And at the end of the day, they're just preserved for judgment. All right. They took their deal, and they didn't consider the latter end. All right. And this is what they're gonna have to deal with. This is the reward of the wicked. All right. That's why it's so important for not us, especially our people. They join hand in hand with the wicked, but they don't consider the latter end of the wicked. So, you know, you join hand in hand. So that means you're going to take on the reward of the wicked. You know, you want to prosper and, you know, have so to say, prosperity on this side. You know, you didn't consider the latter end of the wicked. They're going to go up in flames and nuclear fire and destruction and famine. You know, and all types of mans and woes, man. All right. It's gonna be really bad out here. Okay. Because the whole world is going to be tried. All right. 20 again. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. It doesn't matter to them. All right. Because they don't care. Because, you know, they have nothing to live for anyways, you know. They want to hold on to that little bit of prosperity, basically live in a dream. You know, they live in that the illusion, that illusion mind state. All right, believing in something that's not there. All right, and that goes into that normalcy bias. You know, you get hit in the face and you can't react to it because this world is completely desensitized. All right, to reality. All right, we from the womb, man, are programmed into this society. All right. Programmed as sheeple. Okay. And, you know, these signs of the Dow Jones plummeting continually, you know, it's telltale sign that this place is done, you know, and it's going to be done for good. Okay. Because people think like the so-called white man. They think, you know, they're not going to see adversity. You know, they shall not be moved. And it's just a phase. You know, this is not a phase. This is end game. Okay, for you so-called Edomites, so-called white people, and the rest of you other heathen nations. Other heathen nations think they're going to take over and be the new world power, especially Russia and China. All right, but it's not going to happen. All right, this is 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Case in example is gas prices. You look at gas prices, and gas prices are going down. No, it's almost down to $1. All right, it's at 2 over here in Florida, in Tampa. You know, gas prices is barely pushing $2. Okay, and that's a telltale sign that, you know, what goes down must come up. So, you know, the people, especially in these holiday season, you know, gas is cheap. You know, their tax season's coming up and stuff. They think it's just going to be the same old thing, but it's not. All right, and it goes into our normalcy bias, the expectation that things are always going to be normal. That's not going to happen. All right. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth. Okay, evils are growing upon the earth. All right, it's in you know, just take it as a pot of soup, so to say, a porridge. All right, it's just mixing in all types of herbs and salts, and just all adding on to just wickedness is growing. Okay, and it's mixing up. All right, and the water is starting to boil. All right. But as I just read up, people are not going to turn from their wicked ways, because they don't know other way but to be wicked. All right, and that's why the Most High has to come and destroy these people, because they're useless. Okay. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, people are going to be going to these false prophets, you know, going to the government, you know, going to their aunties, or, you know, their friend in the world, you know, Jake, that night they think he might know something. You know, you're not going to be able to find answers. All right. The only people that have the answers are the prophets. All right. The true prophets, through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, they have the answers. All right. And it's clear as day to us. All right. And the tables are going to turn. Okay. As we are, you know, we're made fools for Hamashiach's sake. You know, we're called losers and bums and scums and all type of things. You know, they count our life as madness, as a waste. All right. But we know that the tables are going to turn. All right. Because they're going to be ones looking for answers and dazed and confused. And, you know, that's why it's called here. That's why it's called Babylon the Great. All right. Great confusion. 22. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. All right. This Dow Jones plummeting is telltale sign of famine. All right. Bread's going to go up. Everything's going to go up. All right. And then pretty soon, you know, the wages, people are going to start getting laid off. It's going to hit home really, really hard. All right. It's going to hit home really hard. All right. People, there's going to be unions going against, you know, CEOs and stuff, and people not working. You know, America's going to come to a halt. All right. And you see all these things going on in Paris, and, you know, about gas taxes, and that's nothing compared to the magnitude of what's going to happen here in America. All right. It's going to be really bad. OK, when people can't eat. All right. When people can't work, you know, people can't have when the internet shut down. All right. Because we're in war. All right. We're at war. And, you know, when you're at war, we're already at war. OK, but the government is gonna censor everything. All right. Because when we're at war, everyone's considered an enemy. All right. Everything's because that's the whole thing going with the New World Order. When the martial law kicks in, you know, once martial law kicks in, it's going to be evident. OK, but everything's going to be centralized. How that's the whole thing of the New World Order. They want everything to be centralized. They want all the money to go through them. They want all the resources to go through them. You know how it is today, but it's going to be permanent. All right. And it's not going to be no more hid. And there's nothing you people are going to be able to do. OK, coming in your house, you know, people. It's going to be bad, man. Continuing. And the other that escaped the hunger shall die of the sword. You're going to get shot up, cut up, all type. You know, sword is any weapon of destruction. Anything that can kill you. Like AHBAD always says that show on that used to be on Spike TV called 1,000 Ways to Die. There's a lot of ways to die, okay, but there's only one way to live. All right, and that's that narrow and straight. It's 23. And the dead shall be cast out as dung. All right, you're going to be all over the street. You walk, for example, I walk on a trail at the house, and all you see is dog shit on the side. Dog shit, dog shit. That's going to be how people are. All right. And it's just reality, you know. And, you know, that's why we have to be hardened now, because in the flesh, man, like, damn, you know, that's just crazy. You only see shit like that in video games and TV shows. All right. But it's going to be people's reality. All right. And we got to, speaking to myself first and foremost, man, you got to continually meditate, man, on these things, because, you know, you don't want it. You don't want that day to come up on you like a thief in the night, like the rest of these people are gonna. At the rest of the world is gonna come upon. It's like a thief in the night. All right, that's why it's really important to keep watch. All right, because the Most High is gonna come when we least expect it. All right, it could be tomorrow. Okay, you have to think like that. And speaking to myself first and foremost, man. All right, and there shall be no man to comfort them. They don't have no comfort. All right. You know, all the mighty men of this world, you know, there's going to be no one to comfort them. All right. All the muscles, you know, all them, so to say, you know, guns and dogs, and, you know, there's going to be no one to comfort them. All right. Because they don't have the answers. All right. And that's why the Most High gave us comfort. OK, because that's the only way you're going to be able to make it out of this. All right. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. All right. It's the fate of all, you know, the whole world, okay? But especially here in America. All right. But let me just get Isaiah 14. Since I was talking about comfort, this is Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. All right, because the rest of these heathen nations are going into slavery. All right. You know, the prey is going to turn into the predator. That's speaking to the elect. All right. All right. We're kind of sheep to the slaughter. All right. We are so-called Esau's, so to say, slave. All right. Esau has a whole world in debt. All right. But again, the table's going to turn. All right. The Most High is going to have mercy on his people. Okay. It says 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids. All right. They're going to be slaves. And they shall take them captives whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. All right. This is the fate of you so-called white people and the rest of you heathen nations, you Moabites. All right, you Ammonites, all right, the so-called Chinese and Japanese and so-called Africans, you know, you Hamites. All right, we're not Africans. All right, speaking to the Israelites, we are the children of the Most High. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and those are the confusion of face. All right, because, you know, this is just a taste, man. Again, this is just almost, it's when you see articles like this, it's like, it's like fairy tale almost. Like, it's like, okay, you know, it fell down. But again, that normalcy bias. All right, people, this is going to hit people in the face, especially when it starts hitting home. Okay. And it's going to get really, really bad. Okay. Yeah. But basically, you know, this lesson doesn't have to really even be this long, you know, but it just goes to show you, you know, this, it doesn't matter if it was 1,000 points or 2,000 points, you know, people of this world are still not going to be moved by it, you know, and it's unfortunate, you know, it's like a deer in headlights, you know, just froze. All right, people are not going to be able to know how to react, you know, when they're just going to be submissive, all right, because they're already plugged into this so-called New World Order, all right, that goes into the image of the beast, all right, they love this world, they worship this world, you know, and they're going to take the mark of the beast willingly, all right, because they're not going to have answers, all right, and the only comfort they're going to have is the comfort of the so-called white man, all right, and him and his promises, all right, and you know, his judgments, which is far above himself, all right, because, you know, again, the so-called white man, he has never been adversity, you know, he's always been on top, you know, he's always had and got what he's wanted, you know, but you can see, again, man, these nations they're starting to be, they're done with so-called America. All right, they don't want to deal with the whore no more. They did what they had to do, you know, and they don't want to be around her. They don't want to deal with her, you know. And you know, pretty soon, man, they're gonna start dropping these missiles off over here because it's gonna be fight or flight, you know, and basically the Most High is gonna harden all these kings' hearts. All right. And, you know, because for their own survival's sake, you know, they're going to completely try to destroy everything in their sight. All right. And that's when the Most High is going to come over. And, you know, as fighters are already going to be kindled, you know, and the Most High is going to set order. All right. And that's the new world order. All right. Because again, man, it's really important for talking to you Israelites, man, because to flee to Jeremiah 51 says to flee out of the midst of Babylon. All right. And deliver every man his soul. All right. Because, you know, who's going to regard you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? All right. Esau is going to come towards you. All right. Because he knows in his heart that, you know, the Most High is coming for us. All right. And his kingdom is finished. All right. He's going to come after and try to completely wipe out you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. But, yeah, I mean, I don't want to go on too far. This list, there's no point in going on, you know, over being just basically, you know, going too far, as in speaking too much. You know, it's clear as day that this place is falling. You know, Babylon is falling, but at the end of the day, it's been written. You know, Babylon the Great, so-called America, is finished. All right, its days of prosperity is over. You know, Babylon's been a golden cup in the Lord's hands. All right, but everyone has been drunken. All right, and now the nations are mad. And more importantly, the men of the Lord are mad. All right, oppression making the wise man mad. All right, and it's time to get up out of here. All right, but as always, I want to give our praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom.